ever hit that point, that moment where you're just done, like everything in you has been sucked dry? Yeah, that's me. Right here, right now. Enough. I've bled for this world. I've bled for people who couldn't care less. For battles that never meant shit. They say a warrior never quits. But what happens when there's nothing left to fight for? When every swing of the sword just feels like it's cutting through air, through nothingness? I'm tired, man. Tired of carrying the weight of every goddamn thing on my shoulders, pretending like I'm unbreakable, like I'm made of steel. Nah, man, that's a lie. We break too, we crack. And when we do, it's not just a small chip. It's everything. Everything shatters. I remember when I thought I was invincible. The world looked at me like I was a monster, a beast. They fed me lies, made me think I was unstoppable, that pain didn't touch me. But here I am, broken, bent, bleeding from wounds that no one can see. You ever cry so hard it hurts to breathe? Yeah, that's me. Every night. But I don't let them see. No. Gotta keep the mask on. Gotta keep pretending. You know what the worst part is? The lies we tell ourselves. You'll be fine. You'll get through it. Stay strong, warrior. Just a little longer. Bullshit. We ain't fine. We're barely hanging on by a thread, drowning in the silence we can't speak. But we still get up, right? We keep moving. For what? For who? I've lost sight of why I keep fighting. You want to know what it feels like to be me? It's like running through fire every single day with no end in sight. You run and you burn and you scream inside, but nobody hears you. They just see the armor, see the tough exterior, and think you're invincible. But nah, that armor's cracked, man. There's nothing left under it, just scars and bones and a hollow shell that used to be something, someone. I've given everything to this world. My blood, my soul, my goddamn heart. And what do I have to show for it? Nothing. Just an empty battlefield, littered with broken promises and dead dreams. You know what they say about a warrior's heart? It never truly heals. The wounds just fester, grow deeper, and eventually it kills you from the inside out. But you know what? I ain't giving up. Not because I'm strong. Nah, man, far from it. I'm too damn broken to quit. Too numb to stop. That's the truth. I've been through hell, and the flames didn't burn me out. They just made me colder, darker. You think pain scares me? You think failure stops me? I've faced them both, over and over, and I'm still standing. Broken, yeah, but still standing. That's what they don't get. It's not about winning. It's about surviving. It's about looking death in the face, looking your failures dead in the eye and saying, is that all you got? Life will tear you down. It will rip everything you love away from you. It will make you bleed. It will break your spirit. And you'll still have to wake up the next day, put your boots on, and walk through the ashes of the life you thought you'd have. You ever lose everything? Not just people, but yourself? That's the real loss. When you look in the mirror and don't recognize the face staring back, that's the darkness they don't tell you about. That's the war no one prepares you for. The battle with yourself, with the demons that live inside your head, whispering every doubt, every fear, every failure back at you. And you just gotta take it, swallow it down, and pretend like it's not eating you alive. I'm not who I used to be. I don't even know who I am anymore. I've lost parts of myself along the way. Good parts, kindness, hope, faith. They don't exist here anymore. Just this empty shell, this hollow version of what I used to be. And I keep going. Not because I want to, but because I have to. Because giving up ain't an option, even when it feels like the only thing that makes sense. You ever lose everything? Not just people, but yourself? That's the real loss. When you look in the mirror and don't recognize the face staring back. That's the darkness they don't tell you about. That's the war no one prepares you for. The battle with yourself, with the demons that live inside your head, whispering every doubt, every fear, every failure back at you. And you just gotta take it, swallow it down, and pretend like it's not eating you alive. I'm not who I used to be. I don't even know who I am anymore. I've lost parts of myself along the way. Good parts, kindness, hope, faith. They don't exist here anymore. Just this empty shell, this hollow version of what I used to be. And I keep going. Not because I want to, but because I have to. Because giving up ain't an option, even when it feels like the only thing that makes sense. It's enough. I've had enough of the lies, the battles, the scars that don't heal, of pretending like I'm okay. I ain't okay. But that's all right, because I'll keep moving forward, even if it's on broken legs, even if I have to crawl through the dirt. I'll keep going. Not because I'm brave, not because I'm strong, but because I don't know how to stop. This world doesn't care about you. It'll chew you up and spit you out, and then it'll ask for more. But you gotta stand tall, even when you're breaking inside. You gotta keep swinging, even when your hands are bloody and your heart is shattered. Because that's what we do. That's who we are. We don't fight for glory. We fight because that's all we know. We fight because if we don't, the darkness wins. And I ain't ready to let it take me. Not yet. Not today. Not ever. So yeah, I'm tired. I'm broken. But I'm still here. Still breathing. Still fighting. And as long as I'm standing, even if it's on my last leg, this war ain't over. It's never over. You know, there's this voice, always there, always whispering, telling me it's over, telling me to stop. It says, just quit. It's done. You're done. And maybe that voice is right. Maybe I should have stopped a long time ago. Maybe I should have laid down, let the dirt cover me, and let everything fade away. Maybe that would have been easier. Hell, it would have been easier. But I'm still here. And you want to know why? Because I'm not finished. Yeah, I'm broken, shattered even. But I'm still here. And as long as I'm still breathing, as long as this damn heart keeps beating in my chest, I'm not done. Not yet. They say warriors don't get to rest. Well, I don't want rest. Not anymore. I want to finish what I started. I want to look back at the wreckage, at everything that tried to kill me, and I want to laugh in its face. You know how many times I've wanted to give up, how many times I've thought, this is it, this is where I fall. Too many, more than I can count. And every time, something inside me, something dark and twisted kept me going. That's what they don't understand. It's not strength that keeps us going. It's the pain. It's the darkness. It's that raw, primal hunger to survive. Even when everything inside you says you shouldn't. I used to think there was a light at the end of all this. That one day, if I fought hard enough, if I bled enough, I'd get to rest, that I'd find peace. But peace is a lie. There's no happy ending, no reward for surviving. There's just more battles, more scars, and more nights like this, standing alone, talking to the shadows, wondering if any of it matters. But here's the truth. None of it does. None of it ever mattered. And that's the hardest part to swallow. All the blood, all the tears, all the sweat, it's all for nothing. The world keeps spinning, the sun keeps rising, and nobody cares. They'll forget your name. They'll forget your fight. But you gotta live with it. You gotta carry it. Every wound, every loss, it stays with you. So why keep going? Because you have to. Because somewhere deep down, even in the darkest corners of your soul, there's still a part of you that refuses to die. A part that whispers, one more step, one more breath, one more fight. It's that part of me that keeps me standing here. Not hope, not courage, just that stubborn, stupid refusal to let this world win. I've lost everything. People I loved, dreams I had, the version of me that believed in something. It's all gone. But I'm still standing. And as long as I'm standing, I'll keep swinging. Even if it's with broken hands. Even if I'm swinging at shadows, at ghosts, at the void itself. I'll keep swinging. This is who I am. This is what I've become. Not because I wanted it, but because it's the only way to survive. The world doesn't care about your dreams. It doesn't care about your pain. So you fight. You fight with everything you've got. And when that's not enough, you dig deeper, you find the strength in the places you didn't even know existed, and you push through the darkness, because at the end of the day, that's all we have. Our will to keep going. You ever wonder why we keep doing this? Why we keep fighting, keep pushing, when it feels like every step forward just drags us deeper into the pit? I used to believe there was a reason for it all, some kind of purpose, like the pain meant something, like the struggle had some kind of payoff waiting at the end. That's the biggest lie they ever sold us. There's no grand meaning, no reward for all this suffering. You just keep going because stopping means losing, and I ain't about to lose. Not like this. I've seen what happens to those who give up. I've watched them crumble, watched them fall into the same darkness I'm walking through now. The difference between me and them, I chose to walk through this. They let it swallow them whole. They let it bury them. The thing about darkness is, it doesn't take you all at once. It creeps in little by little, until one day you wake up and realize you're in too deep to climb out. You don't see the light anymore. Hell, you don't even remember what light looks like. And you wonder how you got here, wonder where it all went wrong. But by then, it's too late. You're already gone. But me, I saw it coming. I felt it crawling in the back of my mind, whispering in my ear. And instead of running, instead of hiding, I stared it down. I stepped into the abyss willingly. That's the difference. I didn't let it take me. I met it head on. And that's the thing. You can't run from this. You can't hide from the darkness. It's inside all of us, waiting, watching, ready to strike the minute you let your guard down. So you don't run, you don't hide, you face it, you embrace it, you let it burn you, tear you apart if it has to, but you keep going. Because the minute you stop, the minute you let it win, that's when you're truly lost. I'm not lost, not yet. I've been close, real close, but I ain't there yet. As long as I can still breathe, as long as my heart's still beating, I'm not done. You hear me? I'm not done. can take everything from me. They can break my bones, bleed me dry, but they can't take my will. They can't take my fight. And that's all I've got left, really. My fight. The fire inside me. It's not as bright as it used to be. Hell, some days it's barely more than a flicker. But it's still there. Still burning. And as long as it's there, I'll keep moving forward, one step at a time. You ever hear people talk about hope? About how it's supposed to get you through the hardest times? I don't believe in hope anymore. Hope's a lie. It's a false promise that things will get better, that there's some kind of salvation waiting for you if you just hold on long enough. There's just more pain, more loss, more nights like this, where you're standing in the middle of nothing, wondering if any of it was worth it. And maybe it wasn't. Maybe all this blood, all these scars, they don't mean a damn thing. But they're mine. I earned them. And if nothing else, I'll wear them like armor. Because that's the only way to survive in this world. You build your own armor, piece by piece, out of every broken dream, every shattered hope, every wound that didn't heal right. And you wear it, heavy as it is, because it's the only thing standing between you and the void. You think this scares me? This emptiness? I've lived with it my whole life. It's not the fall that scares me. It's what's waiting at the bottom. But you know what? I've already been to the bottom. I've already seen the worst this world can throw at me. And I'm still here, still standing. So, no, this doesn't scare me. Nothing does, not anymore. When you've lost everything, when you've faced the worst parts of yourself and survived, there's nothing left to fear. That's what they don't tell you. The secret no one talks about. Fear only controls you if you let it. Once you've seen the worst, once you've been broken beyond repair and somehow managed to keep breathing, fear loses its hold. I'm not done. Not yet. I don't know where I'm going, don't know what's waiting for me at the end of this road, but it doesn't matter. Because the fight isn't over until I say it is. And I'm not ready to stop fighting. Stop.